Students, here the topic is storage class. This storage class topic, it's mentioned in a syllabus, problem solving using C, unit number 4, and here the subject code is BMC 102. Storage classes. What do you mean by storage classes? Storage classes means uh, the value, you can better understand that each and every variable which you are using, which you are using in a program, this particular variable will be uh, allocated in main memory, but how much, you can better you can better understand that through the optimization technique. The space complexity, the time complexity and space complexity is a very important factor when we are talking about the optimizations in the reference of the throughput of the systems. Means in a particular time period, how much process will be executed rapidly, as much as possible. So so different type of variables which we are using in a programming environment, and uh, on the basis of their life and scope and visibility in the programming environment, we can discriminate in this on these parameters into the 4 category, means auto, register, static and extern. The storage classes define the lifetime, scope and visibility of variables. They specify where a variable is stored, how long its variable is retained, and how it can be accessed, which helps us to trace the existence of particular variable during the runtime of a program. So, if we are using if a variable which is mentioned in within a function, so the life of the particular variable, the life of the the life of the particular variable will retained within a function uh, 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 until or unless we exit the another functions. So, they specify where a variable is stored, means main memory. This particular variable is stored in the main memory. How long its value is retained, means what will be the lifetime of the particular variable which is stored in the main memory. If it is a global variable, means the uh, when we start execution, we start the execution of the first statement, and we will execute the last statement of the program, means end of the programs. We can get the output. Then the particular then from start to end, this particular global variable will be stored in a main memory. This is the time period on which actually the particular program is to be going into different phases, and this particular phases, the particular variable is stored in the main memory until or unless the output will be generated. How it can be accessed, which helps to trace the existence of a particular variable during the runtime of a program. There are 4 primary storage classes: auto, register, static and extern. Auto, this is the default storage classes for all the auto variables. Properties of auto variables: scope, local means this particular variable is to be declared within a function. Default value, garbage value. Memory location, RAM. Lifetime till the end of its scope, till the end of the particular functions. When the control exit the function, then the life of this particular variable will be finished, will be destroyed. So, by default, if you can better understand this concept through the example. In this example, main is a function in which we are declaring a variable x. We can initialize this variable x through the value of 10, and you can print the value of 10. You can print the value of x. So auto is optional. Here x is declared within a function, and this function is known as a main. So here x is a local variable, and this local variable is already known as auto variable. So auto may be optional. You can may or may not be write the auto keywords before the int x. So it is a optional here. So it is a default storage classes. Static, the next storage class is static. The storage class is used to declare the static variables that have the property of preserving their value even after they are out of their scope. Hence, the static variables preserve the value of their last use in this scope. This particular concept of the static you can better understand through the example. So firstly, you can say that what are the properties of static storage class? Scope means local, means this static variable must be declared within a function. Default value 0. If you not initialize this particular variable, this static variable, then by default compiler will allocate the value 0 to this static variable. Memory allocation RAM lifetime till the end of the program. In this program, you can better understand, say that main is a function in which counter is a user defined function. When the counter function call, the control go to the counter function where this function is to be defined. Actually, this counter variable is to be static. That's why by default the zero is to be assigned to this count static variables. The count will be incremented, means count 0 to 1. Print count is equal to percentile d slash n count. So the value of the count is to be 1. The value 1 is to be must be displayed on the monitor. When and control exit from the counter function and again comes to and again function and again the same counter function will execute once again, means. So the previous value, when we execute the counter function, the value of the count is to be 1. When we next time when we go to the counter function for executing all the statements, the current value of the count is to be 1, which we have already shows in a previous counter function method. So the value of count, here count is the static integer variable. The value of count is to be 1. It will be preserved in a variable. The value of 1 is to be preserved in a variable. Second times when the counter variable execute, the value of the count will be 2. If again the counter function will be executed, the count will be 3. So the you can better understand that the value of the static integer variable, here it is mentioned in a count as a count variables. The value of count, that is 1, 2, 3, it will be preserved, it will be maintained between the functions calls. This is the that's why this feature we are using in a programming environment, and this feature we can get through the static keyword. Now we can after understanding this particular example, you can better understand the definition. The storage class is used to declare static variables that have the property of preserving their value even after they are out of their scope, means between the multiple number of functions calls, when they exit from the particular user defined function, that is here counter, then must retain the current value of the count. Here the current value, firstly the current value of the count is to be 1. When the second time the counter function execute, the count is to be incremented, means from 1 to 2, because this the value of the 1 is to be stored in a count, because this count is a static variable. So that's why here the properties of static storage classes: scope, local, default value 0, memory location, RAM. Starting we are, if in this programming, if we are writing static int count semicolon, we are not mentioning 0, then by default the compiler will assign the value of 0, assign 0 to the count variables, because all the static variables which is not initialized in the program, the compiler will automatically assign all the static variables through the 0 output, that is 1 2, because you can call 2 times counter methods. You can call 2 times counter method. Firstly, when counter function is execute, the value of the count is to be 1. Second time, when the counter function will execute, the count value is to be 2, through the concept of the static. Next, third is register. The storage class declares register variables that have the same functionality as that of the auto variables. The only difference is that the compiler tries to store these variables in the register of the microprocessor. So if you are declaring a variable, if you are creating a variable in your program, and this particular variable will be allocated, the particular variable will be located in main memory at a runtime or compile time, but at compile time or runtime, in both cases or any one cases, if the memory is full packed, that is, there is no space there is no space of single 2 byte, means there is no space to hold a single integer in a main memory. In this scenario, the particular variable will be stored in a microprocessor, means CPU. In CPU, there are the 3 fields: control unit, arithmetical logical unit, and registers. So the particular data, those will be stored to in a main memory, but due to the lack of the space, that is total full, that is all memory, all memory, all packed through the files and data. So the particular single character or float or double string structure or union may not be stored in main memory. In these situations, we can store the data in a direct into the microprocessor. So through the we can store these type of data. In this scenario, we can store the data in a microprocessor through the keyword registers. So the storage class declare registers variable, and it is also a local variable, and the default value of this particular local variable, that is, those are a register, it is a garbage. This storage class declares register variables that have the same functionality as that of the auto variables, means same life. Those have the same, means the life of the auto is to be same like as the life of the registers, and the value is to be stored where the value is to be stored in auto case, where the value is to be stored in a RAM, here the value is stored in a CPU. Or CPU or a RAM, means when the memory is to be available, the particular data is to be stored in a RAM. If memory not available, the particular data is stored in a CPU. Lifetime till the end of its scope. When the control exit from the function where this particular register data is to be declared and initialized, when the control exit from the function, the life of the particular data is to be finished. In this example, you can understand the suggest to store in a register int I for I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, print I, same as it is here. If you want to declare a variable as a register, you can mention the keyword registers in before the name of before the data type, that is int or char or float or double or structure or union, like that. Output here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, same. This I is the behavior of the I, the characteristics of the I is same as the local variable. So in this example, you can understand that the output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last is extern. The last storage class is extern. Extern means extern word is taken from the external word. It comes from the word external. So the particular variable which is declared in a programming in a script, uh, declared in a script, but not within a function. It is declared. For example, you can here in this example, int global var is equal to 100. In this example, global var is a global variable. It is not declared within a function. All the variables which are declared outside of the function, or that is it is known as a global variable. You can use this global variable in entire program, in entire script, whenever you want to, whenever it is required. So in a programming environment, if you are using a multiple number of functions, multiple number of method, you can use this type of data, global data, in any method or a function. So the lifetime of the particular variable, means the global variable, is till the end of the program. When the control exit from the main function, then after then the particular value, the particular memory which is already reserved in main memory will be finished, will be destroyed. So the lifetime is till of the program, till the end of the program. Memory location RAM, default value 0, scope global, and in previous, the remaining three keywords, register, int, register, static and auto. The scope is to be local, but extern it will be global. In main print global var is 10. Print, you can call the function print global var. The control goes to print global var method, and in the definition of the print global var, you can display the value of the global var variable, and the data which is stored in global var is 100. All four keywords, all four storage classes, you can understand through this chart. They are the some specific parameters. This means the storage, initial value, scope and life. Storage, auto storage, stack. Stack is stack means stack memory. Stack memory means stack RAM memory. A particular, you better understand that a number of process will be executed, and for successful execution, the supporting files will be moved from hard disk to main memory. The program, when program, it is static, and but when it moves from hard disk to main memory, what are the steps they are following? They become the process. So for the process point of view, all the data will be stored in the data will be stored in a main memory. The particular memory will be reserved by the operating system to the successful execution of the program. So this reserved memory for the process is it is known as memory stack. So here mention that is stack. Initial value garbage. Scope within a block means it is a local variable, means it this variable will be defined and declared within a function. And life means end of the block. When control exit from the method or a function, the life of the auto variable will be destroyed, will be finished. Extern means it is a global variable. It is not we cannot mention this particular variable within a function. It is a global. You can each and every instructions in a program in a program you can use this particular data, external data segments. Storage means data segments. Initial default initial value is 0. Global multiple files means the particular variable will be declared in a single file, but not within a function. It is declared in a single file, or this particular variable will be declared another files. So you can if you are using this particular variables which are declared in a other files, so you can include this file in your script, that is hash include double inverted comma a.c b.c like that. So the scope is global and multiple files. That's why here it is mentioned till the end of program life. Static data segment, storage data segment. These it is here, or the you can say it is a local within a block. Within a block means auto, static, and registers, and registers in the case of the global, and registers end of the block. Uh, R2 end of the block, but external and static till end of the program, and initial default initial value 0. Auto register having the garbage. You can better understand all the storage classes if you're writing small script, a small script in a C, in a C programming languages. That is we are using the you are making the variable local means auto, or you are making the variable declared not within a function, outside of the function. You can declare the particular variable in a as a globally. You can declare the variable in a multiple number of file. You can include the file into your program, and that is you can declare particular we are talking about the in the context of static. You can declare the variable static within a function, and you can call this particular method multiple number of times, but the static variable, the value of the static variable will be preserved, and it will be the current value, the updated value of the static variable will be used in your programming environment. This is smart features of static. Register means the same behave like as auto, but the single difference is the single but the difference is but the single difference is register data stored in a register means in microprocessor, and auto data stored in a RAM. But life both life are to be same, that is end of the block when control exit from the block. Block means function. When the control exit from the function, when control exit from the block, the life of the particular local variable will be stored. These are the 4 storage classes in C. Thank you, students.